We're talking about grounding. What is grounding? It's the electrical third prong on your three-prong plug that holds the Earth's big mineral deposit where electrical excess of energy can flow into the ground and be anchored there. If you're missing the three-prong plug, you can arc and spark or blow a fuse more easily because you're not anchored somewhere. Let's talk about pulsed electromagnetic fields and how the Earth actually pulses almost like a heartbeat. And what does that do to anchor us, and how can we ground ourselves?
Well, basically, we need the electromagnetic field of the Earth. It's a vital element to optimize cell function. That is what it's all about. Now let's just backtrack for 1 minute and let people know that we each have 75 trillion cells in our body.
Ooh, what a number.
And when we talk about health, we need to think about our cells and what they are designed to do, and that for optimum cell function, we need the exposure to the natural electromagnetic field of the Earth. So with the pulsed electromagnetic fields, that mimic the frequencies of the magnetic field of the Earth, we become grounded and we have full exposure to the electromagnetic field of the Earth.
So just in simple terms then, if you put one magnet statically to another magnet, it's just an electrical field. But if you pulse the magnets back and forth, it almost is like a heartbeat pushing oxygen and fluid and thinking patterns and nerve endings, and they all sort of, in the human being, we work in a pulsed way. So
That's
because
right.
because the Earth pulses and we pulse, this
That's right.
reapproximates that pumping action on our cellular wall.
Correct.
Wow, that's amazing.
So it charges our cell,
Okay.
from your medical studies that, a healthy cell has
A positive and a negative. Move
Right.
in and move out.
Right.
A directional change is
and it has
an electrical field.
70 millivolt
70 millivolts is the
Right.
cell wall.
is the
Right.
electrical charge of a cell. So once that charge drops, the cell makes itself vulnerable to disease. So like for instance,
I
a
see.
cancer cell would be like 30 millivolt.
I see. So the defenses are down and that cell is more vulnerable to be scrapped by the normal immune system that says, hey, you're not up to power. You're a little withered old grape over there, that cell, so I'm going to pluck you. So our
Right.
immune system plucks out the dead cells, but somewhere a cancer might go awry where we forget to pluck that
That's
exhausted cell.
Because I always go back to this, and this is where my whole passion lies. Optimum cell function. Imagine, even as a doctor, when in your past, I'm sure, you look at patients, this is an arm, this is a leg, I've got pain in my arm, so I become a body part when I
Yes.
go to the doctor.
How's the gallbladder patient in 32?
That's right. Yet the whole in the body, nothing happens in isolation. Everything happens. It's all interconnected. All the cells communicate with each other. And that is where my passion is, helping people understand that the foundation of optimum human health is optimum cell function. Imagine every cell in your body functions at its optimum level. What would happen?
All the cellular communication would tell you where you're at and balance you with your own internal feedback.
Right.
That's what we're genetically designed to do, is have all these thermostats at different energy centers called endocrine glands get us back into balance.
That's right. And this is where we need to go back to if we want to have, instead of a sickness care system, we need to have a healthcare system. And it begins at the cell level.
So cellular wellness means organ integrity, functional integrity, then organism integrity, then society integrity.
That's right.
Sounds great. Now, isn't that put beautifully and simply for all of us to understand that we're one little cell attached to a trillion cells, attached to a huge universe, and we're all vibrating in sync. And if we can just keep ourselves on our axle and standing in the middle, we can vibrate a long time. And if we're off our axle and exhausted, we'll fall down faster. So this is a great way to increase
Yes.
longevity and anti-aging by just staying well, staying the way you were designed when you came out of the womb.
And then you won't be anti-aging anymore. You'll be like me, and you'll be pro-aging and loving it.
That's it. Hey, now we're talking. Stay tuned. We'll be talking a little more after this.